and welcome to another video tutorial from ProCell. Right, this time is going to be one of our most advanced tools that we in some ways underrate quite a bit, and that is UFS Turbo or UFS-T. They're the same things in different colors basically. First of all, run the program with everything connected up, then we hit the connect button, and your box, whatever color it happens to be, blue or white, orange, will flash away until everything is connected and verified and good to go, which we are now. There are other programs within the UFS-T suite, but we tend never to really use them now. We only really use Android tools, which is what we're using here. If we can see along the top, and that's all the models across the top. There are MTK selections there, specifically for MTK chips. Various at the end, which gives a whole host of possible options for working on phones. To be honest, this is probably the most advanced piece of software stroke hardware that we have in our arsenal. The one thing we must do first is change this one. I don't know why it always defaults to universal micro USB with an RJ45. We want to put it onto a standard USB cable, which we'll use, unless told otherwise, for virtually all of our development, test and repairs. So there we go. Right, so we're already connected. As you can see, that's now gone into red to say disconnect. If we click on there, it will disconnect the box from the PC. And the stop button there is very handy. Sometimes you've clicked something you didn't want to do, you can click there and stop it from working. A lot of the things are color coded, and red being a sort of a warning, so you wouldn't want to click on stop halfway through a flashing procedure. So red is a sort of a bit of a warning. Look before you click. Blue tend to be simple commands. On here there's save ini. Let me go up to, I'm not even sure, oh that's the Qualcomm password. That's, send AT commands to a modem, general settings. The blue stuff is just really just run-of-the-mill stuff that affects the program more than the device itself. ADB, which is at the first here, is Android Debug Bridge, which is a developer bridge, and it allows communication to Android phones on a simple level. So instead of issuing a whole string of commands to a device via a typing interface, you can click on one button and it sends a whole string of information along for you. It makes the whole task an awful lot easier. The pink commands tend to be basically simple stuff like factory defaults. There we go. That would just reset the device to out of the box standard. And green stuff is stuff that you would ordinarily do just to collect info, etc. I'm sort of being a little bit blasé with my color descriptions here, but basically, if you remember that red just wants your real attention before you click it, before you do something pretty drastic, and things like pink and green are relatively safe. Okay, I'm going to quickly click on MTK because I'm going to use my my standard telephone here, which just happens to be a Vodafone or Vodacom kicker, and I'm going to use this just to very quickly read factory info. So I'm going to click on there, just double check that I've got standard micro USB selected up there. I'll click on there, and there we go. Insert cable into switched off device. You actually need to know you're going to hold the volume down button, but I think it is somewhere at the top up here that it tells you to do that as well, so no secrets there. Just read the screen sometimes is a bloody good way of finding out how things work. Right, there we go, and there we are. It's given us the information we need. IMEI, It's told us the chip type. I think that's the model number from the manufacturer rather than the Vodafone/Vodacom model number. There we are. Flash it. I could do a factory reset there if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm going to unplug it, and very quickly I'm going to show you a couple of little, like reading a flash file here, which hopefully shouldn't take too long, but it's very interesting that if I click on flashing and read flash, it will read the complete flash and save it. Oh dear, this phone's turned on its own, and I didn't want it to do that. Right, okay, here we go again. Let's plug this in. As it says, there's a little timer down at the bottom to save you worrying too much. It's going to time out. You get a vague idea of how long you've got. Right, I'm going to hold the volume down button, press the cable in, which I can't do because I haven't got the cover on properly, and as if by magic, there we go. We've started to download the flash. There we go. That's what it's going to do. That's what it's going to save. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to save it on drive C. I've got a folder I'm going to put it into. There we go. That's where we're going to save it. This is going to take a little while to do. I'm not sure exactly how long. It's going to save every section of the flash file separately, not like Infinity. Infinity saves everything as a bin file, as a binary file. With Android UFS Turbo, or UFS Turbo rather, should I say, it reads it and saves it with a I've forgotten the name. A scatter file, that's it, sorry. I was thinking something completely different. It saves it with a scatter file. And a scatter file is just a text file telling the program when you come to flash what areas to flash and with what information. And if we look on the screen here, we could see some of the stuff that's already on the screen. Non-volatile RAM, protected areas, U-boot, booting recovery, miscellaneous areas, logo areas. You can probably download that and find out what, and check. You could probably edit that and put it back up with a different logo on, which I've done before. We had some very old phones, ProCell. We put a ProCell logo on them, which was rather nice. Right, we were about, I don't know if we're halfway through or not. I think we are. Right, just to narrate through this across the top, it will do Nokia's, and it will do the latest Nokia's. It will do Android Nokia, should I say, not the old style of real Nokia. These are HND Nokia's, so they'll be Android devices. I'm just sort of trying to make up time here. MTK QC is Qualcomm. Samsung, it does virtually all the Samsungs, right up to the latest devices. SPRD is Spreadtrum. VAR is Various. You'll find there's an awful lot of devices listed there. I'll show you a little trick you could do in a minute, but wouldn't do it with the Various one. You can actually list the models supported on each of these tabs, which I'll show you a little bit later. It's rather handy, but if you do that one, it will list the screen right the way up to the devices beginning with Z. And I can't remember how many. It's a couple of thousand devices, so you could be there a little while. Probably easier to scroll down the screen, having clicked on the Various tab, to see what's available. So far, I haven't found an Android that this won't deal with. It covers Motorola's, Micromax, LG's, Lenovo's, Huawei, HTC's, and I think we're almost there. I think, or are we? Oh no, we're still doing another long one. I'm not sure what that custom pack is here. I think that is actually the Vodacom custom pack, and we could actually, if we were so inclined to spend some time, we could actually edit the scatter file to not load back the custom pack, and then effectively free up ROM and not load what I call the Vodabloat software, or the Vodacom software, which to many people isn't needed. Having said that, you will only be permitted to do that on an out-of-warranty device, as I'm sure Vodacom would probably be just a little upset if we did it to a brand new device before selling it. ADB, Android Debug Bridge, for developers. We use it for things like routing and a lot of commands. It's a very strange mode. It's neither flash mode nor is it on mode, or running mode. It's in between, and it allows you to do some very low level things to the device. And when you're using ADB mode, you must take ultimate care. It really is quite something that you don't play around with. Having said that, when you first come across this program, get some scrap phones which are either maybe 40 screens or touch screens or whatever, and play with this program. Get used to it. It can be an absolute blessing if you know how to use this program properly. If nothing else, you're actually saving proper factory flash files with not in the binary format, actually in the manufacturer's format. I'm not sure what we're doing now. Hopefully this is the last one. It's getting very, very close. What else got to tell you? Up here you can see it's selected COM64. If you leave all of this automatic, apart from changing this to standard micro USB, this section here will actually do its own thing. It will sort its own COM port out, etc. If you come across a very old device, possibly something like a Samsung Galaxy S, a very early device, then you could maybe use the data cable that plugs in the RJ45 port. But having said that, I don't think we're going to need that. Right, I am going to pause. I think I've waffled enough. I'm going to pause while it reads the rest of this device and come back in just a moment. Right, there we go. Sorry, I paused that, and it's probably just as well I did, because that took 7 minutes 50 seconds, nearly 8 minutes. Right, okay, back to where we were. You can see some of these red commands here, like write flash and format flash, are really dangerous ones. You can see why they're in red. And as I say, if you were writing a flash, you certainly wouldn't want to click stop halfway through. Let me just quickly go over to the Nokia handsets, and there's quite a list there. You can come across, if you want to see what is actually supported, if you click on files, you can do a list models here, and it will scroll all the devices up with some notes, and I've got some files missing, which I can obviously put in at a later date. Right, 32 files missing. It's not the end of the world. They're probably just binary loader files, but I don't see that many Nokias here at the moment. But if I did, I'd go off and find the binary files for them. So various models there. Huge, great list, and it goes all the way. I'm not going to click the same way here, from Acer all the way down to ZTE, virtually that you can throw at it. Samsung. Once again, Samsung's A8, A10, A9000. I mean, everything is listed. This tool is so comprehensive that if you've got it working, keep it working. We now know that there is an installation pack, because the servers have been down for about nearly a year at least. But they are still maintaining file updates for the Android tool, and installation can still be done, although it's a long-winded method of doing things. The files are actually on the forum. There we go. Sorry, it's been a bit of a long-winded one. I just wanted to take you through how versatile this program is. Once again, right partition is in pink. That worries me a little bit. White partition worries me even more, but that is in red. Reset FRP. That's factory reset protection. Diagnostics, I don't really use these. There's a lot of commands in here you'll never ever use. Send AT to command. All Android phones have AT, which stands for attention, like an old-fashioned modem that you may have used on dial-up internet. And if you do AT question mark, it should return the device's information. We don't really use AT commands, but they're there still. OEM, original equipment manufacturer. Here there's some stuff that's popped up now because we're on Samsung mode. Keys info, we've got restart, factory defaults, right EFS, which is the electronic file system, read EFS, read the EEPROM, which is E2P, E square prom. We just call it EEPROM. Right EEPROM. Once again, that should be in red, but it's in pink. Reset MSL, which is the security, that's in red. If you reset it and get it wrong, you'll kill the device. Unlock for network unlock. Reset FRP. Add MSL, that's for additional security onto the phone. Once again, things we probably never ever really need to do. And there's a command, a little checkbox there rather, for you to select the RJ45 cable for things like factory info, factory unlock. You'll be told when to use that. If you click something and don't do anything, it will sit at the bottom, ticking away until you either press stop or things time out. I'll just see if I can't clear that, but I'm very quickly going to go to files. I've got no device here at the moment to sorry, I'm going to go to flashing. Read flash. I've got no device, so I'm not going to plug it on, but there we are. It's told me to plug the cable in. I'm not going to do that. I just, looking at the bottom here, it's 40 odd seconds, so it's around about a minute before it will time out. If you find that's taking too long, you could hit the stop button up there, and there we go, stopped by the user, and you can carry on making another selection. Do not click stop in the middle of a function unless you've really clicked the wrong function and you really must stop. Okay, there we go. It's a wonderful device. If you've got one in your shop, then please get some scrap phones, play with them, get to find how you could easily use this program. It really does do an awful lot of stuff. If we go back into the flash we just read off, which I happen to have here by magic, there we are. It's read it off with a scatter file, which I keep on forgetting the name of. If I actually open that up now, I can read the scatter file because it is literally just a text document. There we go. Layout settings, partition index is system 1, MBR, which is, I think, if I remember rightly, main boot record. So that's the MBR file name. As it normal, there's the addresses it's going to start and stop, and the region of the flash. And if we come all the way down somewhere is, and I will start to play with these one day, I just haven't got the time. Somewhere down here is the custom image pack, which we could actually put, either delete this bit or put some, I'm not sure what put some hashes in front of it so it ignores that that part of the flash, so it would flash it back without the custom pack, which would leave it as a bare bones Android device. There we are. I'm sorry it's been an incredibly long video. Listening to my voice must be patently boring, but still, let's hope you've gained some worthwhile information from this tutorial. Thanks a lot. Bye for now, and look forward to seeing you in another tutorial very soon.